right, everyone, get ready because today we are taking a deep dive into not one, but TWO, new releases from the Qwen team.
Oh, yeah.
Qwen 2.5 VL and Qwen 2.5 1M.
Exciting stuff.
These models are seriously pushing the limits of what AI can do, especially when it comes to visual understanding and processing massive amounts of data.
Yeah, it's really incredible how far things have come.
So, are you ready to explore the cutting edge of AI?
Absolutely. Let's dive in.
First up, we have Qwen 2.5 VL.
Okay, so this one is a vision language model.
Vision language, what does that even mean?
Basically, it means that it can understand both images and text, not just one or the other.
So it's like it can see and read at the same time.
Exactly.
That's wild. I mean, I can barely walk and chew gum at the same time.
Well, this is AI. We're talking about a different level of multitasking here.
Okay, so it can see and read, but what does that actually mean in terms of what it can do?
Well, for starters, it can recognize objects in images.
Like it can tell me that's a cat, that's a car, that's a banana.
Yes, but it's much more than that. It can actually locate objects with incredible precision, using things like bounding boxes.
Like bounding boxes. So it's not just saying there's a cat somewhere in this picture, but it's actually drawing a box around the cat and telling me exactly where it is.
Precisely, and it doesn't stop there.
There's more.
Qwen 2.5 VL can also output that location data in a structured format like JSON.
JSON, that's the stuff developers use, right?
Right, so it's not just for casual use.
So this means that Qwen 2.5 VL can actually be used to build some pretty sophisticated applications.
Absolutely. The possibilities are endless.
Okay, my mind is officially blown.
Just wait, there's more.
Hold on, back up a sec.
Okay.
You're telling me if I show Qwen 2.5 VL a picture, it can not only tell me, hey, that's a rare bird, but also tell me exactly where in the picture that bird is hiding.
Exactly. It can even distinguish between different species of birds and give you both the English and Chinese names.
Whoa. So it's like a superpowered birdwatching guide, but instantly available for any photo.
You got it. And it's not just birds.
Oh, there's more.
It can also recognize celebrities.
Really?
Specific car models like Rolls-Royces and Ferraris.
Wow.
Even products like specific brands of mouthwash, shampoo, perfume, you name it.
Okay. Now I'm seeing the potential here. So it's like a supercharged image search,
Yeah.
but way more organized because of that structured data output.
Exactly. Imagine the possibilities for e-commerce.
Oh, yeah.
You snap a pic of a cool jacket. Qwen 2.5 VL not only finds it online, but also gives you links to stores selling the exact same model, maybe even with price comparisons.
That's game-changing. It's like having a personal shopper in your pocket.
It's incredible, right?
All right, okay, so we've covered Qwen 2.5 VL and its mind-blowing visual abilities, but now I got to ask about the other big release, Qwen 2.5 1mm.
Ah, yes, the one with the insane context length.
That's the one, like reading a whole book in one go, right?
1 million tokens, to be exact, which is roughly the equivalent of 2 entire books.
2 books. My brain can barely handle remembering what I had for breakfast this morning.
Well, this is AI, remember? They can handle a bit more information than us mere mortals.
Okay, fair point. But seriously, why is this context length such a big deal?
Because in AI, context is everything.
Huh.
Imagine trying to follow a conversation where you could only remember the last few sentences.
Oh, that would be frustrating.
It would be impossible to have any meaningful discussion, right?
Yeah, you'd be constantly lost and confused.
Well, for AI, it's the same thing.
Really?
Without sufficient context, they can't understand the nuances of language, the relationships between ideas, the overall meaning of what they're processing.
So this Qwen 2.5 1M is like giving AI a super memory boost, allowing it to understand things on a much deeper level.
Exactly. It's a game changer for natural language processing.
I can see that, but how does it even work?
I mean, how do they get an AI to handle that much information without exploding?
Well, it's not like they just force-fed it tons of data and hoped for the best.
Huh?
There's a lot of clever engineering behind it.
Like what? They used what's called a progressive training strategy, where they gradually expanded the context length as the model learned.
So it's like they started with small chunks of information and slowly increased the amount as the AI got better at handling it.
Exactly. And they also got creative with the training data itself, using techniques like randomly removing chunks of text
Okay.
and having the model fill them back in, almost like a giant AI jigsaw puzzle.
So it's like they're training the model's attention span to handle these massive amounts of information.
Yeah, you could say that. And it's paying off big time.
I bet. I mean, what kind of applications can we expect to see with this kind of power?
Well, think about analyzing entire research papers in one go,
Wow.
or understanding complex legal documents, or even helping write novels with intricate plots and consistent characters across hundreds of pages.
Whoa, hold on. Legal
Yeah,
documents. Now you're talking my language.
I thought you might be interested in that.
Could this thing actually replace lawyers?
Well, not replace, more like augment.
Augment. Okay.
It could help lawyers be way more efficient by analyzing case files,
Okay.
finding relevant precedents, flagging potential issues, things like that.
So it's like having an AI legal evil on your team, helping you build a rock-solid case.
Exactly. And that's just one example.
What else?
Think financial modeling, scientific research, anything that requires processing and understanding massive amounts of information.
Right, my brain is officially overloaded,
I know, it's a lot to take in.
but in a good way.
Yeah.
This is all incredibly fascinating, but I think we need to break down each of these models a bit more.
I agree.
Starting with Qwen 2.5 VL and its mind-blowing object recognition skills.
Okay, so beyond just recognizing objects, Qwen 2.5 VL is really demonstrating an understanding of them in context.
Context, that's key, right?
Yes. For example, the source material mentions Qwen 2.5 VL identifying Michael Jackson and Donald Trump in the same photo.
No way. It can recognize celebrities.
Yep. And not just any celebrities, but two very distinct and well-known figures.
That's wild. So it's not just matching faces to a database, it's actually understanding who those people are, their significance, and their relationship to each other within the image.
Precisely. And it can even distinguish between different species of birds that are quite visually similar.
How similar are we talking?
The source material gives an example of it recognizing both a red-winged blackbird and a blue-winged pitta.
Okay, I had to look those up. They do look pretty similar.
Right, so it's not just matching shapes and colors, it's understanding subtle visual cues, like the shape of the beak or the patterns on the wings.
And it can apply that knowledge to identify specific species, even ones that are closely related.
Exactly. It's demonstrating a remarkable level of visual intelligence.
And don't forget, it's not just about recognizing these objects.
Yeah.
It's also about pinpointing them precisely within the image.
Using those bounding boxes we talked about earlier.
Yep, and outputting that data in a structured format.
So it's not just a fun party trick.
Right.
It's actually turning that visual understanding into something useful and actionable.
This is also fascinating, but I'm curious about the practical implications.
Of course.
What kind of real-world applications can we expect to see from this kind of object recognition prowess?
Well, imagine shopping apps that allow you to search for products simply by taking a picture.
Oh, I've seen those. They never really work that well.
Right. But with this level of visual understanding,
Ah.
those apps could actually become incredibly accurate and useful.
So I could see a cool pair of shoes on someone, snap a photo,
Yep.
and the app not only finds the exact shoes, but also tells me where to buy them.
Exactly. And maybe even how much they cost at different retailers.
That's amazing. It would revolutionize the way we shop online.
And think about the potential for visually impaired individuals.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine a device that can describe your surroundings in detail, identifying objects and their locations, helping you navigate the world more easily.
That's an incredible application. It really shows the potential of AI to not just automate tasks, but to genuinely improve people's lives.
Absolutely. And this is just the tip of the iceberg.
There's more.
We haven't even touched upon Qwen 2.5 VL's document and video understanding capabilities yet.
I know, right?
There's so much more to explore.
All right, so much to discuss, so little time. Before we dive into those other mind-blowing features, I think we need a quick recap,
And I do.
just to make sure everyone's following along.
Okay, so we have Qwen 2.5 VL, which is like giving AI a superpower for vision.
Yep.
It can recognize objects with incredible precision, understand documents, and even comprehend videos, which we'll get to later.
And then we have Qwen 2.5 1M,
Ah, yes, the context king.
the one that can read 2 whole books in one go.
Exactly. It's pushing the limits of what AI can understand and remember, paving the way for more complex and nuanced tasks.
It's like AI is finally catching up to our human ability to process information on a deeper level.
In some ways, it's even surpassing us.
Well, maybe not my memory, but definitely in terms of sheer capacity.
That's for sure. So are you ready to delve deeper into these incredible models?
Absolutely. Let's start with Qwen 2.5 VL and its mind-blowing object recognition skills.
Let's do it. I can't wait to show you what else this thing can do.
All right, bring on the AI magic.
Okay, so where were we?
We were about to uncover the secrets of Qwen 2.5 VL's document understanding skills.
Right. Yes.
It's not just about reading text, is it?
Nope, it's way more than that.
Okay, so what can it do?
Well, it can extract specific information from documents.
Like what kind of information?
It can pull data from receipts, like the total amount you spent or the date of purchase.
Handy for keeping track of expenses.
Exactly. It can also verify addresses on courier labels.
Okay, how does it do that?
Well, the source material mentions an example where it actually matched the house number on a label to the actual house number in a picture of the building.
Whoa, that's impressive. It's like having a digital detective that can cross-reference information.
Right. And that has huge implications for businesses. Think about automating invoice processing,
Oh, yeah.
verifying customer information, even flagging potential fraud.
So it's not just about saving time, it's about improving accuracy and security, too.
Absolutely. And it goes beyond just recognizing text. It can actually understand the structure of a document.
So it's not just reading words, it's understanding the relationships between them.
Exactly. It can differentiate between headings, paragraphs, tables, and even extract data from forms.
That's amazing. So it's not just about digitizing documents, it's about actually understanding their meaning.
Precisely. And that opens up a whole new world of possibilities for document analysis and automation.
Okay, so we've got object recognition, document understanding. But wait, there's more, right?
There's always more with AI these days.
All right, hit me with it.
Qwen 2.5 VL can also handle videos.
Videos, like full-on movies and stuff.
Well, up to an hour long, at least according to the source material.
An hour? That's still pretty
Yeah.
impressive. So what can it do with videos?
It can extract key information, like identifying specific events and even providing timestamps for them.
Wait, timestamps. So if I'm watching a cooking video and I want to know exactly when they add a certain ingredient, it can tell me the precise moment it happened.
Exactly. With second-level accuracy, no less.
That's insane. What kind of real-world applications are we talking about here?
Think content moderation,
Okay.
where Qwen 2.5 VL could be used to automatically flag inappropriate content.
Makes sense.
Or video indexing,
Uh-huh.
where it could help organize massive libraries of video footage.
So researchers wouldn't have to spend hours scrubbing through videos to find the specific clips they need.
Exactly. It could save a ton of time and effort.
I'm starting to see a pattern here. Qwen 2.5 VL is all about turning visual information into something actionable and useful.
You got it. Whether it's images, documents, or videos, it's all about extracting meaning and insights from the visual world.
Okay, let's shift gears for a bit and dive back into the realm of super long context with Qwen 2.51 EMA.
Ah, yes. The model that can seemingly read an entire library in one sitting.
It's pretty mind-blowing, right? 1,000,000 tokens, 2 whole books worth of information. I can barely handle a grocery list.
It's a testament to how far AI has come, really pushing the boundaries of what we thought possible.
But what does this actually mean in terms of practical applications? What can you do with 1,000,000 token context length?
Well, imagine writing a novel
Right.
with 1,000,000 token context. Qwen 2.5 My1M could potentially keep track of all the intricate plot details, character development, even ensure consistency across hundreds of pages.
So it's like having an AI writing partner that never forgets a single detail.
Exactly. And it could help with things like generating different storylines or exploring alternative endings.
Wow, that would be incredible. But it's not just for creative writing, right?
Of course not. Think about legal cases where lawyers have to sift through mountains of documents.
Yeah, it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack.
Well, Qwen 2.51 EP could analyze all those documents, identify key connections,
How?
and even generate summaries or arguments based on its analysis.
So it's like having an AI legal eagle on your team, helping you build a rock-solid case.
Precisely. And the applications go beyond law. Think financial modeling, scientific research, anything that requires processing vast amounts of information.
This is insane. It feels like Qwen 2.51M is opening up a whole new world of possibilities for AI.
It is pushing the boundaries of what we thought possible with language models.
But how does it even achieve this? We've talked about the progressive training strategy, but is there more to it?
Yes, the training data itself played a crucial role.
Oh, how so?
They used some interesting techniques like fill in the middle, where they'd remove chunks of text and have the model fill them back in.
Based on its understanding of the surrounding context.
Exactly. It's like a giant AI jigsaw puzzle,
Wow,
forcing the model to understand not just the words, but the relationships between them.
that's clever. It's like they're training the model to think like a human, piecing together information from context.
And it gets even more interesting. They also use paragraph reordering.
What's that?
They'd shuffle the order of paragraphs and have the model put them back in the correct sequence.
Oh, that's challenging. It's like giving the model a jumbled mess of information and saying, figure it out.
And it did. The results are pretty amazing. The source material mentions it achieving perfect accuracy on a task called passkey retrieval.
What's that?
It had to find a specific piece of information hidden within a 1,000,000-token document.
That's like finding a needle in a haystack the size of a small planet.
It is. But Qwen 2.51 mm handled it with ease.
It's incredible to see what these models are capable of. It's like we're witnessing the birth of a new era of AI.
It certainly feels that way.
But while these long context capabilities are mind-blowing, it's important to note that it doesn't sacrifice performance on shorter tasks.
You're right, it can still handle everyday stuff like summarizing text or answering simple questions.
So it's not just a specialized tool for super complex tasks. It's a versatile model that can handle a wide range of applications.
Exactly, and that's what makes it so exciting. It has the potential to impact everything from scientific research to everyday life.
This is all so fascinating, but I think we need to address the elephant in the room.
Oh, what's that?
Accessibility. Are these models just locked away in some research lab, or can regular people actually get their hands on them?
That's a great question, and the answer is, thankfully, it's a bit of both.
Okay, explain.
The Qwen team is committed to open source, so they've released the weights for some versions of Qwen 2.5-1
What does that mean?
It means that researchers and developers can access the underlying code of the model and use it to build their own applications.
That's amazing news for the open source community. It fosters collaboration and innovation, and it ensures that these powerful technologies don't just stay in the hands of a select few.
Exactly. And for those who aren't into coding, there's also Qwen 2.5 Turbo.
What's that?
It's a version of the model that's available via API.
API, that's more user-friendly, right?
Much more. It allows you to access the model's capabilities without needing to understand the technical details.
So whether you're a researcher pushing the boundaries of AI or a business looking to streamline your operations, there's a way to access these incredible tools.
It's all about democratizing access to cutting-edge technology.
I love that. It really feels like we're entering a new era of AI, one where these powerful tools are becoming more accessible to everyone.
It's an exciting time to be involved in this field, that's for sure.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here, from object recognition to document understanding to video comprehension, and now super long context with Qwen 2.5 or NEMA. It's like we've taken a whirlwind tour of the future of AI.
It's been quite a journey, and it's clear that both Qwen 2.5 VL and Qwen 2.51M are pushing the boundaries of what's possible, bringing us closer to a future where AI can truly understand and interact with the world in ways that were once unimaginable.
But before we get too carried away with futuristic fantasies, let's bring it back down to Earth for a moment. What are some specific real-world examples of how these models are already being used today?
Well, the source material actually mentions some pretty interesting use cases related to computer and mobile use.
Oh, I'm all ears. Tell me more about how these models are making their way into our everyday devices.
Okay, so imagine this. You're using a travel booking app on your phone, but instead of typing in all the details, you just show Qwen 2.5 VL a picture of where you want to go.
Wait, seriously? It can understand that?
Yep. It recognizes the place, understands your intent, and starts filling in the search fields for you.
No more fumbling with those tiny phone keyboards.
Exactly. No more endlessly scrolling through menus either.
I could just show my phone a picture of, say, the Eiffel Tower, and it knows I want to book a trip to Paris.
Precisely. The source material even gives an example of Qwen 2.5 VL being used to book a flight from Chongqing to Beijing.
Just by showing it a picture?
Yep. Dates, airports, everything.
That's mind-blowing. But it's not just about travel, right? What other examples are there?
Think social media. Imagine you want to send a New Year's greeting to a friend on a messaging app.
All right.
Instead of typing it all out, you show Qwen 2.5 VL a picture of your friend and say, Happy New Year.
And it just sends the message.
Yep. It recognizes the person, understands the social context, and takes care of the rest.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
It's like having an AI that understands not just what you're saying, but what you actually mean.
It's getting closer to that, for sure.
What about on computers? Any cool examples there?
The source material mentions someone showing Qwen 2.5 VL a picture of Manchester, England,
Okay.
and asking it to find the monthly weather forecast for that city.
No typing, no searching, just show and ask.
Exactly. It's all about making technology more intuitive and user-friendly.
And it doesn't stop there.
Oh, no.
The source material also talks about Qwen 2.5 VL enhancing the color vibrancy of a photo. Even installing a VS Code extension.
Just by showing it the file, pretty impressive, right?
So it's not just about finding information. It's about actually doing things.
Yeah.
Making changes, enhancing our digital world.
It's becoming more and more like a true visual agent, capable of understanding and interacting with our devices in a way that feels natural and seamless.
This is all incredibly exciting, but it also raises some big questions about the future of AI.
You're right. Where are we headed with all these advancements? What does it mean for the way we work, live, and interact with technology?
Those are big questions,
hmm
and I don't think anyone has all the answers yet.
But one thing is for sure, we're living in a time of unprecedented innovation in AI, and it's only going to get more exciting from here.
All right, I think that's a good place to wrap up this part of our deep dive.
Sounds good to me.
We've covered a lot of ground, from object recognition to super long context, and we've seen how these models are already being used in some pretty amazing ways.
It's clear that both Qwen 2.5 VL and Qwen 2.5 1M are pushing the boundaries of what's possible with AI, and I can't wait to see what the future holds.
Me neither. But for now, we'll have to leave our listeners to ponder all this mind-blowing information and maybe grab a cup of coffee to process it all.
Sounds like a good plan. We'll be back soon to explore even more incredible advancements in the world of AI.
All right, so before we wrap up this whole AI extravaganza, I really want to circle back to that visual agent concept.
Yeah, it's pretty wild stuff.
It is. It's like beyond just recognizing what's in an image. Qwen 2.5 VL can actually use that understanding to interact with apps and websites.
Right, like it's a digital assistant, but with eyes.
Okay, but my brain needs concrete examples.
Yeah.
What can this visual agent do? Give me the specifics.
Okay, so let's say you're on your phone using a travel app.
Okay, I'm with you.
But instead of typing in your destination, you show Qwen 2.5 VL a picture of where you want to go.
And it just, gets it.
It gets it. It recognizes the place, understands what you're trying to do, and boom, starts filling in those search fields for you. Dates, airports, the whole shebang.
Hold on, so no more squinting at my phone's tiny keyboard or scrolling through endless menus. I could just show it a picture of, the Eiffel Tower, and it knows I want to book a trip to Paris.
Exactly. The source material even has an example where someone booked a flight from Chongqing to Beijing just by showing Qwen 2.5 VL a picture. Dates, airports, everything handled without typing a single thing.
Okay, that's seriously impressive. But AI can't just be about travel apps, right? What else could this visual agent handle?
Think social media. Let's say you want to send a New Year's greeting to a friend on a messaging app. You could show Qwen 2.5 VL a picture of your buddy, say Happy New Year, and it just takes care of it.
Whoa, so it recognizes my friend Indy knows I want to send them a message. That's next level.
It's about understanding the context, not just the visual itself.
This is kind of blowing my mind. What about using it on a computer? Any cool examples there?
Well, the source material mentions someone showing Qwen 2.5 VL a picture of Manchester, England, and then asking it to find the monthly weather forecast for that city.
No typing, no searching, just point and ask.
Pretty much. It's making tech way more intuitive, you know?
I'm seeing that, but there's got to be more, right?
Oh, there's definitely more. Source material also mentions Qwen 2.5 VL being able to enhance the color vibrancy of a photo and even installing a VS Code extension just by showing the AI the file.
So we're talking everything from simple tasks to potentially changing how we interact with computers altogether.
It's a big shift. And this is all just the beginning. Imagine what things will be like as these models get even smarter and more integrated into our lives.
Yeah, it's exciting, but also a little bit, daunting. Where does this all lead?
I hear ya. It's a powerful reminder that the future of AI isn't some predetermined thing. It's something we're all shaping right now.
Deep stuff. But I think that's the perfect note to wrap up this deep dive into Qwen 2.5 VL and Qwen 2.5 1MA.
It's been quite a journey. From superpowered object recognition to mind-boggling context lengths, we've explored some seriously groundbreaking stuff today.
And we've only just scratched the surface. It's clear that these models are pushing the boundaries of what AI can do, and they're already having a real impact on the world around us.
But as with any powerful technology, it's crucial that we approach these advancements with a sense of responsibility and thoughtful consideration.
Couldn't agree more. The future of AI is in our hands, and it's up to us to ensure that we're using these tools to create a better, more equitable world for everyone.
So to all our listeners out there, stay curious, stay informed, and keep those critical thinking skills sharp. We're all in this together.
Well said. Thanks for joining us on this wild ride into the future of AI. We'll see you next time.